Hi, this is Naila. Thank you so much for joining me again today. So, today, what I want to talk about is really how, when we're in a place of anxiety, it's really good to acknowledge how we are really feeling and certain learned behaviors as well. Because a lot of the time with anxiety, it's really going into this default way of thinking, which is straight into the negative, straight into the worst case scenarios, straight into the worry, the dread, the fear, and really just pessimism. So it's important to remember the truth of what's really going on now in the here and now, and figure out what is really happening and what is actually mind made causing the anxiety. So it's important to ask ourselves, what do we need right now to feel more comfortable in this very moment? It may be that we need to go away from the situation that we're in right now and go and have maybe a few minutes by yourself, maybe go outside and take a breather, maybe go for a walk. You might need just a glass of water, somebody to speak to. Maybe just by talking it through with somebody, you're going to feel better. Maybe coming up with some kind of action plan. Whatever it is, honor how you feel and honor what you're going to need to make you feel more comfortable. Admit how you feel. Sometimes when we push down our feelings, when we push down certain emotions, that's when the anxiety starts bubbling up to the surface. So it's okay to feel what you're feeling. If you're worried right now, it's okay to feel worried, but admit it, be honest with yourself. Be honest that that's where you're at, and then you can start moving forward. Don't beat yourself up about how you feel. It's okay to feel these things. Be compassionate to yourself as well. Sometimes when we go straight into anxiety, and even when we just go straight into certain worries and fears, it's because we didn't know any other way. When we behave certain ways, it's because we didn't know any other way of behaving. But by you seeking out videos like this is sending a clear, message not only to yourself but to the universe that you're open to change. You're open to finding new ways. You're open to using healthier tools in the future to help you deal with situations. So congratulate yourself for that. Very soon you will have the right tools to deal with life in a better way. And understand, everybody has their ups and downs. Everybody goes through certain dips in their life. So again, don't beat yourself up by anything that you are going through right now. By understanding ourselves at a deeper level, by understanding certain triggers, we then can start being able to take back our control of the anxiety and understanding what is programming and what is actually our core beliefs as well. And this is going to help us all to grow through anxiety in a better way. So I do know myself that even though I'm not necessarily in the thick of anxiety anymore, there is still certain things that do trigger me and do get me back into the more fearsome way of thinking. Obviously, there's certain things going on in my life that put an enormous amount of pressure on me. I am a single parent, I am a homeschooler, I'm an entrepreneur. There's so many things that sort of isolate me away from the mainstream, and certain things that do, put a lot of stress and pressure on me. So it's important for me to understand that certain things are going to trigger me, and it's important for me to understand what I need when that does happen. So a lot of the time, things that have happened, like I said in a previous video, certain losses, like being homeless, for instance, I'm going to be doing everything I can to make sure that is not going to happen in my life again. But there is going to be certain reminders, certain things that are going to put me into that state where I feel, oh, is this going to happen again? And that will get me worrying, and then obviously in the past it would have led to anxiety. Now that I've got better ways of dealing with things, now that I understand myself at a deeper level, the anxiety doesn't set in, and it's much easier for me to take back my control from those lower level emotions, those lower level ways of thinking. So it is possible to still deal with these stresses that life throws at us without going into the anxiety. So if you are somebody that is dealing with anxiety right now, it is possible to get out of this. It is possible to improve your life through anxiety and to get to the other end and understand yourself in a better way, so that these things that life is throwing at you aren't going to floor you so much, and that you are going to be able to find better ways of dealing with it as well. So I hope that has helped you in some way. I'm going to leave that with you today. I'm sending you all my love. I'm wishing you all the very, very best, and I hope to see you again very, very soon. Goodbye for now.